Hello, this is a prelude. Is it called a prelude when you have a prelude video? Like Lord of the Rings when there's a prelude to the pre-sequel? Anyway, I recently did an interview, hashtag number 26, with Tony Sayers, who's an incredible gentleman, and to be able to spend time in his presence, well, and all of the people I've spoken to spend time in their presence. But I am on a mission to find out the truth of the reality of who we are. I don't think I'll ever get to that answer, but for many years I've spoken about the new age and how amazing. So I feel like I'm on a mission now to make right my wrongs and to apologize for the misinformation I gave. And so therefore I am on a mission to speak to people that I feel very drawn to hear their points of view and their understanding. So a little bit about because I've got friends who speak to me about my videos. So what is the new age movement to me, and how did I stumble into it, and what did I used to believe in? So my mum died when I was 3 years old. My dad died when I was 5, and I struggled with losing my parents at such an early age. And maybe if there was counselling back in the day, I probably would have got the answers I needed. But there wasn't counselling back in 1971. It was a case of like, there's always worse people off than you. Just get on with life. That's what I got told by somebody who was supposed to love me. And so at the age of I just about turned 30, and I went to Australia, and my cousin did Reiki on me, and it was amazing. But I think my cousin was a natural healer, still a natural healer. So I don't think she was actually channeling the Reiki, because she did heal my back. And then I went to a new age shop in Adelaide, and it was the most amazing place. I wouldn't say it was a new age because it had books on all different religions, all different belief systems. It was an alternative shop, and it was amazing. And I brought back 2 books, and also brought back the desire to learn about Reiki, and found a Reiki teacher in England, and the rest is history. And so then from there, all of a sudden, overnight, um, maybe not overnight straight away. So, when would it been? Emma was born in 1995, so 95, 96, 97, around about 1998. And from that moment onwards, books started to appear, mainly the Mays and the big Hay House publishers, and created, Louise Al Hay, heal your life, so to speak. And in that realm of books and information, there's a very clear pattern which I call the new age thing. Now, I must put this disclaimer in. Losing my parents, I found the answers in the new age thing, and it actually did bring me a lot of comfort. And I actually have visited some really amazing mediums, and that has brought me a huge amount of comfort and healing as well, to enable me to let go and to move on from that hurt. Because when you suffering from any form of grief, it can be such a disability. It can just hold you and stop you from living in the present moment. So I did find a lot of comfort in mediumship, and you know, but one thing that Thomas said, there are some very extremely psychic people in the world, because psychic abilities is a true thing. So maybe these people that I went to, it was more their psychic ability coming through. But anyway, it brought healing. Back to the new age thing. One of the things the new age is all about is manifestation, manifesting the dream life. But the dream life was always about getting that bigger house, or that gold car, or more money. And so it was almost like reaching out for things that was out of our reach. And again, Thomas says, the answer to that is to be content with what you got. If you're content with what you got in life, then you become the millionaire. So that never really sat comfortably, because it was always like, well, if you don't manifest that car, you know, maybe it wasn't right for you. And then when you look back, you realize, was that actually true? Can we manifest? Can we? Um, if we are, oh gosh, this is when it gets, I go off in a tangent. I'm not going to go on a tangent. Another new age thing that I read and learned about, there's such a thing as karma. So if someone does something horrible to you, something horrible happens to them. But Tony and others speak about karma and say karma doesn't exist, because there are some really horrible, nasty people in the world who do really horrible, nasty things, and they go through their life doing horrible, nasty things and get away with it. And so, you know, why? Why? Another thing is others are a mirror to us. So what we see in other, they just mirroring what's inside of us. So that basically means if I see someone that's really nasty, I must be a nasty person. And if I see somebody who's really beautiful, then I must be a really beautiful person. So that's another new age thing. Others are a mirror to us. Um, Another new age thing that I thought was true was we're here to learn and grow, that this is a school. And so when we have challenges in life, it's so we can grow, evolve, and learn, and and evolve, and woohoo! So it's all I can say. It's like, so we have to have bad things happen to us, and that's good. No, I don't agree with that anymore. I don't want bad things to happen to me. I don't want bad things to happen to anyone else. And bad things don't make you grow. They can hurt you, and they can damage you, and they can, you know, it's, what is the point? I do think we have a lot of strength within us, and when we face challenges, if we face them and think, right, one step at a time, I'm just going to face it, I'm going to deal with it, I'm going to get over it. Well, not get over it, just face it. Then we realize we've got a huge amount of strength within us, and that strength that's always been within us, and the courage is just reminding us. So when things do happen, you know, if we just have the courage to face it, we realize just how strong we really are. But that's nothing to do with being here for a lesson to grow and evolve, nothing whatsoever. Hay House always talk about one God and how you should worship this one God. And, you know, the angels are all around him. But but we mustn't worship the angels. We must worship this one God. And this one God loves us. And this one God is so in love with us and wants the best for us. And if you think of this God as a father or mother, depending if you want to think of father or mother, then as a mother myself, there is no way on this earth, no way on this earth would I want my daughter or my granddaughter to suffer. I don't want them to be hurt. As a mother, I bring a child into the world. I want them to live the best life and not 1 ounce of suffering. So this almighty God is pretty crap. And sorry for swearing, I do get a little bit tangent. And then it makes me think, oh, this sounds a little bit like religion, one God. And religion, new age. The other thing is about Reiki. And this is a really hard one because for 20 odd years, well, more than 20 years, I worked as a Reiki therapist. But I always questioned, why hasn't my life suddenly changed? Why is my life still pretty much the same? And why isn't that person kind of like completely healed? If Reiki is this healing energy, then why isn't it actually healing people? So question that. But again, check out my conversations with Tony and with also Thomas Sheridan. They talk about Reiki with more oomph than me. And crystals was the other thing. Like, if we have this crystal, it will do this, this, and this. I've got a house full of crystals. So surely when I come into my house, I should be like, whoa, I feel energized. Crystals have lost their power. Again, I mentioned Stephen Strong and Evan Strong in Australia. When the magic was taken from us, they said the crystals lost their power. When the magic returns, the crystals would be reactivated again. And I agree with them. You know, I'm on the fence with the crystals, but anyway, that's another new age thing. Another new age thing is don't get angry. Whatever you do, don't get angry. Love the person. Just send them love. Just send them oodles and boodles of love. Go on, as much love as you want. You can shout at me. You can be horrible to me. You can hurt me. You can make me cry. I'm going to just send you love because that's what the new age says. It doesn't say walk away. Sorry. So when someone's been horrible to you, walk in the opposite direction. And another thing, I wish I could pause this bit. Hold on. Oh, I can't even go off camera. Right. Sorry, that is just one of the biggest things the new age says. And I'm so sad that people fall for it. Because no one should be made to feel crap. And the other thing is you attract what you feel. So if something bad happens in your life, it's because you're attracting it. And if something good in your life happens, you're attracting it. And that's dangerous too, because that makes you the victim and that you deserve bad things to happen. Oh gosh, I didn't think I was going to get so emotional. But I'm going to share this video because I just want people to know that where I'm coming from is, like I say to Tony, it is a very dangerous place to be. And a lot of us fell for it, and a lot of us woke up to it, and a lot of us realize, and please go back to my conversation with the amazing Thomas Sheridan, because the conversation I had with him and also with Ola, really, they talk about the truth of who we are. And when I talked to Thomas, then, that interview I did with him, I came away feeling really empowered. Yeah, and the other thing is we come with a contract, we signed up. Well, maybe we did, maybe we don't, I don't know, but there are things that we can do to cut those contracts and cut those ties, that we don't have to be with those people anymore. So if you want, I can't find it in the house, but I have this contract, but it's basically saying I cut all the contacts and ties that I made previous to this incarnation. And then the other thing is the reincarnation cycle, where we reincarnate back. That's it. When we die, we go to heaven, and we sit in front of this council, and they review our life, and then they say, well, you need to go back. You hurt those people, and you need to go back. And I need to go and blow my nose. Hold on a minute. Yeah, the reincarnation thing is a big thing, the biggest thing that, we are in this cycle, and we come back so we can redo the lessons that we done wrong, but we have no memory of what we done wrong in the previous lifetime. So we kind of like wiped that memory. So so when we pass over into the next, don't go into the light, have this firm intention, that because intention's real, our intention is very real. So when it's our time to go, we're returning home. We're returning to that place that we know is home in our heart, not the white light, but home. And I like to think, I know from one of the comments in the video, that we won't be on our own in when we go over. And maybe there's enough of us that have remembered who we truly are, and then we're reunited on the other side. And but another interview that I did with Bjorn was saying about, the religion is always about the afterlife, and that, and he says we should be more focused on this life, this moment, and live in. And I think, yeah, you're right, Bjorn. It's all about this lifetime and being present in this life. So sorry for my tears. I didn't mean to get upset. Yeah, I did, because I feel passionate about it. So what is this reality? And that's my search. That is my search to find the answers of who we truly are and what we're truly capable of. And in my conversation with Thomas Sheridan, which I think is hashtag 25, no, 24, he answered a lot of my questions. So please listen to that. But stay tuned. There are a few other amazing people that I'd like them to share their thoughts and feelings, but more along the lines of like, well, okay, who are we then? Who are we truly, and what are we truly capable of? And I think we're born strong. I think we're born much stronger than what we realize. We've got this beautiful creative energy within us. We got that capability of love. Love is very powerful, but also it's about using our discernment, and it's about, you know, we can get cross and we can get angry, and that's really good too, because there are a lot of things in this world that we need to stand, you know, speak up, because that's what we're taught in school, isn't it? Just behave, sit down, don't ask questions, behave. You know, aim to get good marks, and then you'll be rewarded for good behavior. And in reality, some of the children who've got the sassiness, who question everything, good on them, because they're the ones that standing against the norm. So I'll end that video, and I think I'm going to have a drink of lemonade. And thank you for listening. Until next time, take care, and please listen to the conversation with Thomas and to Tony and to Ola too. So thank you for listening. And also Tina. Tina was amazing as well. I loved her. You know, listen to Tina's thoughts too. So thank you for listening. Until next time. I'm going to go get myself a lemonade. Bye.